Alright, we're going to be looking at everything about the 1974 Eisenhower dollar coin, what these coins are actually worth, what these coins are selling for, and what you should be looking for in your dollar coins that can make them valuable. So let's just hop right into it and check out this first coin here. Now this is a 1974. You can see that, you know, it's not in the best condition, but it is a mint error coin. It's got a die adjustment strike, and you can see that there, how it's all faded out around the coin there, the design of the coin. So always be on the lookout for die adjustment strikes. You can look out for those on, you know, just about any type of coinage really. This coin here sold for over $350. Now, if we move on to a 1974 D mint mark, so you can see the D mint mark if you guys are new to coins or coin collecting. The D mint mark's right there above the date. And this coin here is solely valuable because of its high grade of a mint state 67. So that is what gives the coin all of its value. So if you have an Eisenhower dollar coin, 1974 D, it's not going to sell for thousands of dollars unless it has a high grade or mint error. So if you got one that's circulated and it's all scratched up, it's really not worth that much money. So this coin here sold for over $6,000 because of the high grade. Now if we look at this one is really interesting. Now this is a 1974 D that was struck on a 40% silver clad planchet. So this coin was not supposed to be silver, however it was struck on one of the silver planchets. So this coin here is going to be super valuable because of that mint error. Now it is graded at a mint state 64. You see a little bit of wear there on the side of the coin there and a couple nicks. But this coin did sell for over $7,000 because it was struck on a silver planchet. Again, this coin was not supposed to be silver, and it is on a silver planchet. Next up, now we'll go through this one quickly because it's just been overstruck on a 1974 dime. So a double denomination taking place here. You can see obviously the whole design of an Eisenhower dollar is definitely not going to fit on a planchet the size of a dime. So we only see a little bit of Eisenhower's neck there and a little bit of lettering and part of the date. This mint error coin sold for over $14,000. Could you imagine finding something like that? And you can also see that phrasing God We Trust there from the Roosevelt dime, as well as the date from the Roosevelt dime. So that is really really interesting. And then here on the reverse, like I said, you can see the Roosevelt dime design with the E pluribus unum and the E pluribus unum from the Eisenhower dollar coin. Next up is a 1974 Ike dollar that is graded at a mint state 64, and it's been struck through duct tape. So this is really cool. Sometimes when coins are being produced, things get in the way, you know, certain objects, and they call these strike throughs. So this has been struck through duct tape. You can clearly see that there on the coin. Really interesting type of error. This dollar coin sold for over $940 US. Now for the 1974 no mint mark, this is solely valuable because of the high grade of a mint state 66, and this coin sold for over $4,000. Next up, here's another mint error coin. Now this is graded at a mint state 62 by PCGS, and the reverse is indented by a 1 cent planchet, so a penny planchet. So that is really cool. You can see that there here on the reverse of the coin. Very interesting type of error. You see that there's not much going on here on the front of the Eisenhower dollar coin, but wow, that error is really awesome, and it's really expensive. This coin sold for over $2,500. $2,500. Moving on to a 1974. Now this coin here was struck on a Philippine 1 peso planchet. So it weighs 14.6 grams. You can see the design of the coin being cut off. The word Liberty there is cut off at the top of the coin, and then here on the reverse you can see the word $1 is cut off, and even the word America there on the right upper side of the coin. So that is really cool. It was actually struck on a Philippine coin instead of being struck on the right planchet. Now this coin sold for over $750. Here's that 1 peso coin that the Eisenhower dollar coin was actually struck on. Moving on to the 1974 S mint mark. Now this is the proof version of the Eisenhower dollar coin. Again, this is graded at a perfect grade, a proof 70. The coin grading scale only goes up to 70, so a perfect graded coin, and this coin sold for over $7,000. Now here is a 1974S that is the silver version. So the S mint mark is going to be the silver Eisenhower dollar coin, and this coin sold for over $7,000 because of its high grade. And then also we have a silver proof version of this coin. So we have the non-silver and the silver proof. This is graded at a proof 70, again a perfect grade, and this coin sold for over $4,500. Now here are some other dollar coins that you can always be on the lookout for in your coin collection. You can see the mintages for the 1976. Now we're going to get into the different types. There's a type 1 and a type 2 version of the 1976 Eisenhower dollar. And then there's also silver, non-silver, and proof coins. So there's a lot going on here. This is how many they made of each specific one. You can see that the 1976 Type 2 is the most common one out there. It's not silver, and they made over 113 million of those coins. Also, I'll be showing you my Eisenhower dollar collection and showing you guys what silver and non-silver ones actually look like. Alright, so for the 1976, now the silver Eisenhower dollars are gonna weigh around 24.59 grams. So if you don't have a coin scale, I have those available, couchcollectibles.com, link is in the comments below. Now for the Eisenhower dollar coins that are non-silver, they are copper nickel coins, and they weigh 22.68 grams. So of course they're gonna weigh a little less than the silver coins. Now for the silver Eisenhower dollar coins, they are not 90%, they are 40% silver. So we got silver and non-silver. Alright, now for the Type 1 versus Type 2, here's an example of a 1976D that is the Type 1, and then here's an example of a 1976D that is the Type 2. Now if we look at this image here, you can see a Type 1 next to a Type 2. Now you will notice that the big difference here is the lettering. The lettering on the Type 1 is very thick and bold, and then the lettering is a lot more thinner there on the Type 2 version of these Eisenhower dollars. Alright, so let's look at some prices. Here's a 1976D. This is the Type 1, so it has like the thick lettering there on the reverse of the coin. And this one is a very high graded coin. That's what gives it a lot of value, and that's why this dollar coin sold for over $11,000. Now this one here is very interesting. This is actually an error coin. So for the 1976D, they did not produce any silver coins for those. They only produced the silver for the S mint mark, the San Francisco mint. Now this is the Denver mint. So this is not supposed to be silver. However, it was struck on a 40% silver planchet on accident. So it is a Type 2 version. And this coin, because of the error on the coin, and it does have a grade of about uncirculated 55, so it's not a mint state grade, but still pretty good grade for an error coin like this. This coin sold for over $8,000. Next up is a 1976S. Now this one's interesting too, because this one is a proof coin and it's got the S mint mark. However, it is not silver. So for 1976, I'm going to show you my books here and show you some coins in person and explain it a little more. So for the proof coins, they did have silver and non-silver as well. This is the clad version, so it is not silver. It is a Type 1. It's got a perfect grade of a proof 70 deep cameo. So the coin grading scale only goes up to 70. If you're not familiar with that, just go to YouTube, type in Couch Collectibles coin grading, and you will find my videos on coin grading. Now this coin here sold for over $25,000. $25,000. Now here is another 1976S. This is the same. It's a clad. It's not silver. It's a proof coin. Same grade as the last coin. However, this one is the Type 2, and this coin here sold for over $5,000. Moving on, this is a 1976 Type 1. Now this one is not a proof coin, but it is a 40% silver coin. So this is a silver clad, so it's not just clad, it is silver clad here. And like I said, I'm gonna show you the difference here in person in a minute. Now this coin here sold for over $1,700. Next up is another proof coin. However, this is the silver version of the Eisenhower dollar silver coin. Now, this is a 1976S. It's got the perfect proof grade, and it's 40% silver, and this coin sold for over $6,900. Moving right along to a 1976 no mint mark. This one's got some really nice toning to it. It is a type 1, so again, it has those bold letters, and it is graded at a mint state 66, which gives it pretty much all of its value because of the high grade. This dollar coin sold for over $7,600. Moving right along to a 1976 no mint mark again. However, this is the type 2 version of the Eisenhower dollar coin, and this coin here, because of its high grade of a mint state 67, sold for over $6,000. $6,000. Alright, so I got a 1971 here. I know we're talking about the 1976. This is a 1971 S mint mark. However, this is not a proof coin. This is a 1976. It is the no mint mark, and it is a type 2. We can tell there by the lettering of the coin. Let's check out the edges. This one here is 40% silver. This one is not silver at all. This is copper nickel. If you look at the edges there, you see the one on the left is silver. You can see how it's all white edge, 40% silver, and you see the one on the right, you see the copper. So that is one way to tell the difference right there. And of course, these S mint marks here are 40% silver, but there are S mint marks that are not 40% silver as well. So here's one way to tell that. All right, so that's considered a 1971 S silver clad. It is not a proof coin. If we look at this one here is considered a 1972 S silver clad proof. You see the difference between a proof coin and a regular coin here. So this one here has got the mirror-like finish, much more detail. If you guys are not familiar with proof coins, go to YouTube, type in Couch Collectibles proof coins, and you will learn more about those. All right, so here's my collection. We got the 1971 filled up, 1972, I need the silver S clad, and then I need the 1973. And then I only got a couple on this page. I only have the 1974, 1974D. Those are non-silver. If we move on to the 1976, now it says variety 1, variety 2. Let's just call it type 1, type 2 for this video. So type 1, there's that one. I do not have the type 2 version. And then I got type 1 of the D, which is in terrible condition. I need to really get on this and get my collection going with these. But you see in 1976, there's 3, 6, 7 different, 8 different versions of those coins. So that is pretty crazy. You got the type 1, type 2, which we showed on screen with the thick and thin letters, and then type 1, type 2 for the 76D. That's the no mint mark right there. And then 76D, you got type 1, type 2 for that. And then you have the 1976S proof that has the type 1, type 2. Now these are non-silver. And then we also have the 1976S, which is a regular 76S, and then the 76S proof. Now both of these are silver, so silver and then silver proof, and both S mint marks. And then for the 1977 and 78, I don't have any 78s, only got a 77D, so I don't have the other one. So I need to get my collection together here. Alright guys, don't forget to subscribe in the middle, check out the videos to the left of me, and until tomorrow, I will see you on the comment section below. This is Couch Collectibles, and this is where I disappear.